How are we today? Happy Tuesday, July 1st. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we're already in July. What? And hello to Blair and Lana Banana, and Kim is in the house. Hi, Kim. How are you guys doing today? It's so exciting. Everybody's coming in. Well, you'll notice as I pull hair, the only issue with having hoop earrings is you get hair through them. I already like wrenched the thing out at Costco this morning, so I was like, oh shoot, my earring. Oh my goodness. So anywho, what was I gonna say? My earring just distracted me here. But you'll notice I have a little color. I did get burnt this weekend quite a bit. So I'm still recovering and I still feel quite warm. It's storming in Virginia, Denise. Oh my gosh. Well, stay safe. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. I know we've been having a lot of fires going on in different areas of the U.S. and just like you said, storms and such. But yeah, so I ended up getting, yes, happy 1st of July. I ended up getting burnt. I had a garage sale all weekend. So our neighborhood where I live has like once a year where they put together a sort of neighborhood-wide garage sale. So that's what I was doing Saturday and Sunday I think it usually started at 9 and finished around 4. Hi, Aisha and Dee. Hello. Welcome in. How are you guys? Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Let me know what you guys are working on. I will be working on the sakura blossoms, but I am finishing up. I have to go single crocheting around through the 20th round, and I'm almost done with it. But I'm filming the tutorial for the it's basically a floppy frog, but it's Mr. Frog is the name that I gave the character. So this is the part where I'm like, okay, you guys just do a single crochet around from, rounds 8 to 20 and I'll meet you back, right? So that's what I'm doing. So I want to get that done so I can keep filming after we're done and keep on working on Mr. Frog so I can get another tutorial out for you guys. Hi, Mandy. And Kim is working on my chicken color matching game. Oh, that's going to be so cute, Kim. Looking forward to that one. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Jillian and everyone in chat. And Lisa has the gotta start, so she keeps starting new projects and needs to finish some of them. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you, Denise. I'm trying my hardest not to start projects, but like I have this frog one, and that is going to be for a tutorial, so I have to make it, right? And then the sakura blossom bag I was doing because I was making it as a favor to Shaiyeh, who's the pattern designer. I was just testing the pattern a little bit for the squares. And so I had to make him up anyway. So I'm like, well, I have these beautiful 2 squares. I need to make the bag. So, and Dee is working on finishing my cup carrier tutorial mosaic blanket, summer top, and my parasol. Oh my gosh, you have a lot of whips going, girl. Why does it have the purple crown and number? Oh, Blair, that's a new YouTube thing. I kind of wish we could opt out of it because I think it's kind of distracting for a lot of times for people. I drank this at my brother's house. This is at Costco, you guys. It is delightful. Mango passion fruit kombucha, which is really good for your gut health. Oh no! I'm trying to crochet my own top here. So good. It's only 35 calories and no added sugar. So the sugar that's in there is all from the fruit. Everything's organic and all that jazz. And it's delicious. So if you have Costco, I highly recommend this. No, it is not sponsored from Hum. I just like it. But yes, anyways, the crown and the number, it's supposed to help everybody get excited about chatting and being active in chat. And so those that chat the most or do super chats or super stickers or membership gifting, all that jazz. Those are ways you can earn XP points, which is like experience points. It's very video gamey of YouTube. So anyway, so that's where it is. And it'll fluctuate, and it always resets when a new live starts. So you can always become number one if you're chatting in one chat and not in the next one, you know, that kind of thing. And Denise is working on a Mary Maxim kit textured granny blanket. Oh, that sounds lovely. Those kits can be intense, huh? I've seen Nessa's shown some of these kits, and they're like these giant bags with all this yarn in them. Mandy, what are you starting? You said you were starting lots of new projects. And hi, Amber. Good to see you. Aw, thank you, Dee. Dee sent 5 gifted memberships. Panda's back in the house with another gifted membership. So funny. Panda comes and goes with those, I think. He's got good luck when it comes to getting gifted memberships. And March Wynn, Michelle Romano, Gems by Anastasia, and Kendra Lutz, all gifted memberships by Dee. Thank you, Dee. That's amazing. So sweet of you to do that. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Lisa. So yes. So you do see there's a new member goal. I put up here. It has to be, it can't be the gifted ones. And this is the only reason. So, basically this is something that I actually saw a creative grandma do, and I thought this was a really good idea. So this is how many we need to get a new emoji. So I mean, I guess it could technically be gifted memberships, but it's more like you want your community to grow and stay grown, right? Because a lot of times those that are gifted memberships don't stick around. But you know, it helps. You could still unlock it though, unlocking those emojis with the gifted membership. So if you do want to join yourself and become a member, I will keep track so that we can get towards our next emoji. So I'm excited. So that's one of the announcements that I was going to make today. And okay, first, before I make any other announcements, let me see what else everybody's saying. Lena Banana. Yes, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Dee, you're so sweet to do that. And Mandy's making various summer tops, and you keep making new ones. If you have any really good, if you found any that you really like making, send those to me in the Discord, because I'm wanting to do tank tops or like summer tops. You know, I get too hot. I can't wear like sweatery stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me count. Let me see if I've got my 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so we're done with the arm portion that I needed to do. So that means I can start working on my sakura blossoms. I don't know, Amber. So Amber on her live this morning was showing off these really cute, they were kind of like a legging capri with the pockets for your phone and stuff that she got at Costco. So I was looking for them. I think I found them, but they were like $15 each. Is that kind of how much you spent on them? I'm not sure. But I didn't buy them yet. I might still buy them, but I kind of wanted to see which one it was, because there was one that felt a little weird to me. It was kind of like a windbreakery material. And then there was one that was more legging material. So wanted to see which one you got before I bought them. But I did buy a couple little things, you know. What did I get? Undergarment kind of stuff. And then I got a cute little like PJ pack for myself. So that was nice. Okay, so it probably is that one then. Okay. Yeah, it came in like a greenish, a black, and there might have been one more color. So I wanted to show you guys, this is the next, I think I'm going to do this one next. This is a little sewing project, and I don't think it will take very long. But I've talked about before this gal that I absolutely love, her channel, her newsletters, everything. Hers is called Ann Wood Handmade, and she does a lot. I think she mostly hand sews stuff, but you could machine sew if you have a machine and you can use it, you know, and you know how to use it. But I found that she has a lot of free patterns. She has paid patterns, but she has a lot of free patterns. And look how cute this is, you guys. Isn't that cute? Look at that frog. And so you basically get a little, you know, there's a button you can click. I've also linked the whole tutorial in our blog. I've linked it down below. So if you guys are interested in doing a little cute little hand sewn project or machine sewn, then you can make a little frog. Oh my gosh. I need to make one of these for Mama G because she loves frogs. So yes, I just saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the face. They have that cute little smirk on them. Oh my goodness. I just loved it. And I thought, you know what? I have so much yarn, I have 2 bins full of fabric, different fabrics and stuff that I bought before Joanne's kaputzed on us. So anyways, yeah, let's see. They came in 3 colors when you saw them. Soft and definitely not windbreaker material. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the second. I think it was the second one I saw on the way out. So, Suki! Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to go. Suki, if you can put in the chat, put drop for me, because Suki just came out with, I think it was an 8-part. But she was teaching how to make those, you know, when they take granny squares or different shapes, granny kind of squares, and they make them into a plushie. She made a huge like elephant, and it's gorgeous, you guys. So she just has that tutorial over on her channel, and highly recommend popping over to Suki's house and checking that one out, because I want to make that one eventually, but she's had so many things that she's made that I'm like, ooh, that's cute. So yeah. What's up, son?
Did somebody make this?
No, Gaga got it, I think, on Temu. Yeah. You want to hand it to me so I can show everybody, because they're probably like, what? My mother-in-law gave me this. Can you guys tell what it is? Obviously it's a mug, but what do you think it's supposed to be? Can anybody tell? Took me a second to really figure it out, although I think it's pretty obvious.
I got it instantly.
You got it instantly, Ann? Yeah.
It's a book stack.
Okay, yeah, he gave it away. It's a stack of books, but they're kind of like painted on. But I'm afraid the paint might come off because, you know, who knows? Everybody's like, books. So I'm thinking like a pen holder or something. So, because it just feels like I don't know if it's plastic or if it's glass. You think it's glass, James? It's very light though. A flag. Melissa G and Tracy's in the house. Hello. Oh my goodness.
I think it's glass.
I know, it's so light. That's why I'm hesitant to say that it's glass. I almost think it's plastic, but who knows?
When glass is painted on, it doesn't look like this.
That's true. Yeah. James thinks it's plastic then, huh?
I don't.
You think it's glass?
Yeah, like glass looks like that when it's painted on.
I see. Yeah. So he thinks it's glass, but I don't want to like ruin it to find out. But I thought that was cute that she thought of me and wanted to get me that cute little you know, mug for pens. So anyways, I wanted to let you guys know. So I'm going to try something this month. I kind of hinted at potentially doing it last month, and then that didn't happen. So apologies. But I am going to try it this month. We'll see how it goes, okay? I wanted to do basically, I want to do a monthly appreciation giveaway. So it's one that I will draw at the end of the month. So the 31st is actually a Thursday, which I go live on Thursdays every week. So that would be the day that I will pick the giveaway winner. But if you are familiar with Mama G and Rusty's channel over at Mama G Gear, it's going to be similar to that. Dee's Creative Hands, who's also here in the chat, she also does this. So it's similar, I think, to how they both do it. I'm actually using a page out of their book. But basically, you can get your name in the hat by having any super chats, any super stickers, any gifted memberships. So Dee already has entry in because of that gifted membership that she did. Also, Frizzy Friends. If you're a member of the Frizzy Friends, you'll get an entry in automatically. Inner Hive members get 3 entries, and Royal Hive members will get 5 entries in. And then we'll do the thing too. I'm going to try it through Nightbot. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it today in a little bit, where I will draw names, and you know, we're going to do the same kind of thing. So I'm going to draw 5 different names. The first 4 will get 2 entries, and the last one will get 10 entries in for the monthly appreciation. And then, yeah, so it's for US for the shipping of what the prize is. And I'm going to show you guys what the prize is. And then for anyone that's not in the United States, what I'll do is I will send you a gift card. So like a $25 gift card to Amazon. Usually Amazon is everywhere, but if it's not, we'll figure something out. So yeah, so this is going to be something new, you guys, and I will be checking back and making sure everybody's name gets down. I'm probably going to do it the old school way like Mama G does and write people's names down, you know, so it'll be fun. It's just something different that, you know, it's my way of thanking you guys for constantly coming and hanging out here. You know, I adore all of you, and it just makes me so happy to come in here every week and get to chit chat with you guys. So the B word was spoken and they all come running. I know, but listen, what do you think? Is it glass or plastic? It's weird. It's like if it is glass, it's very thin glass, but I think it might be plastic. So, all right. So do you guys want to see what the prize is? Oh, I know you do. I know you love hanging, and I love hanging with you too. But it's just my way of thanking you guys, and I think it's fun. It's just another fun thing to do. You know, it's just another fun thing that I've never tried before that I wanted to try. And I see, you think it's ceramic, Kim? But it's see-through. Maybe. Maybe I'll have to go back and look at Temu and be like, all right, what is this thing? Whatever it is, I'm afraid to actually use it. Let's put it that way. Because I feel like if I use it, it's going to end up broken. You know? It sounds plasticky. That's why I think it's plastic. I think it's a plastic one. But I think it would still break. If I dropped it, I think it would still break. So do you guys want to see what's in this month's appreciation giveaway? So I have so many Joann's bags. Just as Dee has done, she puts them in a Joann's bag. So I'm going to have this as this month's Joann's bag. And this was one of my favorites. So that just tells you how much I love you guys. All right. It's Space Cats. I mean, come on. So let's see what you're playing for this month. So I am going to be giving away here a crochet kit that is Katona Sheepjes, I think is maybe how you say it, but this is for this cute little mermaid. And if you see, like, that's pretty thin weight yarn right there. But this kit comes with everything that you need. So it's going to come with the 4 colors of yarn, safety eyes, sequins, and stuffing material. So it's all one stop in there for you guys. And I just thought that was super cute. So this will be in your monthly appreciation. I've got a notebook with bees on it, so you remember who you got this by. Isn't that pretty? I love like they do that a lot on books where they do that nice print on the books. I love that. So that'll be in there. You're gonna get a little sewing kit for your what you call it, your purse. Cute little pin with yarn and 2 knitting needles, I believe is what that is. So it's not a crochet hook, but it's still really cute. So you might notice some of these things I got from Joann's before they closed. I'm like, giveaway. So I have a bunch of stuff that I've been collecting for various giveaways. And so I don't do giveaways that often, and I want to do them more. So this is my way of getting that started. So You might remember I did a scarf for my son, and it was with this yarn, and I had an extra one, so I am gifting this one in the giveaway. And it's really pretty. You can see how it stripes right here. And it's acrylic. It's like a 4-weight acrylic yarn. So yeah, so I thought that one was cool. So that is one of the yarns coming to you. And then you're going to get 2 of these big twist cottons. So these will also be in there. And 2 of these can make a hat is what it says on there. Hi, Helix. Good to see you, hon. So let's see. They don't have a ton in them. They're 107 yards each. But it says you only need 2 to make a hat. So if you want to make a hat, or you can make whatever you want, really. Hi, Denise. Oh, yay. Denise has joined the Frizzy Friends. Thank you for becoming a new member. That means we get to increase our number here. Let me do that. So we're closer to our goal. So let's do this. There we go. I got a pack of stitch markers for you guys. I'm going to give you this, and then you get to choose what art print that you would like. So you'll get to choose from the Frizzy Bee shop. I have a lot of art prints. This is one of the art prints. So I will frame it in there for you and get that ready to go. So that's another one. You're going to get one of the Frizzy Bee mystery sticker packs that I did with the Yummy Cats on there. And then finally, as a little handmade something or other, I am going to include a little Roland, which is a character from my Tales of Whimsy series. So Roland will be in your appreciation giveaway. So that's what you're playing for. That's coming at the end of this month. We will draw the name and see who wins all these lovelies. So what are anybody that's coming in, what are you guys working on? Let me know. Let me know. The garage sale this weekend went really well, except for being burnt to a crisp, as you can see. But it went really well. Saturday, I find, is a much better day to do a garage sale than Sunday. So I don't know if that's just in my area or if you guys all find that to be true, but I think next year I'm not going to bother with Sunday because it was very slow. Yay! You love Roland. Aw, thank you, Dee. Just some fun little lovelies, you know, to put together for you guys. So, but yeah, anywho, let me get out my, oh, also, there is a word of the day. So if you guys want to put words in, I'm going to try it that way, and then I'll let you know what the word is or let you know if somebody gets it between now and then. So it has to do with it has to do something with something I've already mentioned today. Hang on, let me get my yarn out and my hook. And I will tell you, see these earrings, they just fall off. They fall right out of my ear. What the hey? Oh my goodness. I've got to see if I can find the back. Come on. It was actually quite difficult at Costco. This was the same earring that fell out before. Happy birthday, by the way, Zach. Is it tomorrow's your birthday or is it the next day? A lot of people do yard sales Friday. Yeah, Fridays. Apparently some people, we weren't supposed to be doing them Friday, but then they messed up the sign that led people to our area, and they had people coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So some people opened up Friday. And I think Friday and Saturday, just as you said, were the best. Sunday was like just a few people going around. People don't really garage sale hop, I guess, on Sundays. And Helix is working on the Battle of the Stitches project after having recorded and edited my first ever tutorial. What's your tutorial, Helix? Did you tell? Tomorrow is your birthday. Well, again, happy early birthday, Zach. I'm glad I got to pop in to your live yesterday to celebrate. Hi, Angela. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Okay. So This, the pattern for the Sakura bag is, again, from my friend Shaiyeh. This all linked down below, you guys, if you're interested in making one yourself. So that is what I'm going to work on. I'm just making the Sakura blossoms right now. So they come out looking like this. Aren't those cute? So that's the start, right? So you got to do this part first. Then you have to do the green part. I mean, you could do whatever colors, although Sakura blossoms are this color. So then you do the green part, and then you do the whatever, connecting color you're going to use. But for right now, just to make myself not have to think, I'm just going to do these parts. So yes. You will be 31, not doing 31. Well, you are doing 31. You're kind of going to experience what that's like, right? The tall alternated stitch. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but I'm excited to find out. And Barbara is in the house. Hi, Barbara. Working on making a top with yarn from Mama G. That's exciting. Yes, fingers crossed. It's your first top. I hope it comes out better than the first pair of lounge shorts that I tried to sew my husband, and they ended up fitting my son. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's for Battle of the Stitches. Oh, wow. And Melissa G is making the poppy pullover top. Ooh, I wonder what that looks like. Poppy pullover. That's exciting. You are not old, Zach. I'm 40. I did notice more gray hairs coming through. I'm like, no. I think 3 grew in the place of the one I plucked like a month or 2 ago. So anyway. But yeah, so I did the garage sale. What else did I do? What is today? Today's Tuesday. So yeah, pretty much just doing that. I need to go through all the stuff that didn't sell and probably repost on Facebook Marketplace and try to sell them that way. But yeah. I know he's still a baby, right? D. I have shoes older than you, Zach. Chilling in the yarn room with D's hands up. Oh my gosh, Helix, that's so exciting. There you go. So guys, drop your drops, put drop in the channel, and Nightbot will put your links in. So Dee's Creative Hands lately has been bringing on different people on Thursdays when she goes live. And so this week we get Helix in the yarn room. So that's exciting. I'm excited. I'll be there. You got packages packed, Amber, labeled, and as soon as Frizzy is done, I will run them all to the post office. I need to go to the post office still. I have a birthday gift for somebody that I need to put in the mail. And Lana Banana's turning 61 on Saturday. That's exciting. Good. Everybody's putting drops. So make sure you pick up those channels, you guys, because these are all amazing people that are here. I follow each and every one of you guys. I'm pretty positive I'm subscribed to everybody that has come in so far, but I will go back and double check. Sometimes I think that I've subscribed, and then, I'm like, how did I not subscribe? I've been seeing them come up on my feed, but I think it's just because YouTube recognizes that you're interested in their content, even if you haven't subscribed. So you always have to make sure that you've actually hit the button. 3 out of 4 have been waiting weeks for them to ship from me. Oh, life happens. I'm sure everybody's understanding about that. Lisa, you made one of the tops from Evelyn and Peter. Is that the channel you're talking about? I need the workout, Zach. To go to the post office. Oh my gosh, Lisa turned 61 this past Saturday. Well, happy belated birthday, Lisa. And Lori's in the house. My grandkids were at my house, so I've been putting my house back together, right? You gotta go through and shuffle behind them and clean up. You didn't get any birthday gifts in the mail, but I'm okay with that because your friendship is the best gift of all. Aw, that's so sweet, Zach. My granddaughter is 5 today, Melissa G said. She called me back after missing my call, said I need to tell her happy birthday, and do I have presents for her? That sounds like a 5-year-old. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. You gotta love them, yeah. Exactly. Hi, Arlena. Good to see you. How are you doing? That's too funny. The whole kids say the darndest things. It's very true. Like, for example, I don't think I've told you guys this. I've told my parents and they got a good kick out of it. But so as I was trying to find stuff to put on for sale for the garage sale this past weekend, I went to my son's room and I was like, oh, what about he has a whole shelf and it's got tons of the game Among Us, if you're familiar. So it's a little video game on Roblox called Among Us. And the characters are very kind of like a bean shape, like it's just an arch with 2 legs and then like a mask and a backpack. That's basically what they look like. But anyway, he has a whole shelf of a ton of different plushies and, you know, little character stamps and things like that. And so I was like, James, do you want to get rid of some of the Among Us plushies? Because he's not as into it anymore, you know? And he goes, no, Mom, that's nostalgia. And I was like, that's nostalgia? I said, well, what about some of the duplicates and stuff? No, Mom, it needs to stay exactly as it is. I'm like, all right, you do you, son. That's nostalgia. Not nostalgic. No, it's nostalgia. I thought that was so cute. Like, how, you know, sometimes they learn these big words and then they don't know how to use them 100%. And so they do their best, but it's just funny. Your youngest stepdaughter turns 15 this weekend. Ooh, that's exciting. That's a good age. Your daughter was telling me that my 3-year-old granddaughter said to her, Mama, I like your fluffy butt. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. There was the kid said, Mommy, you have a big yacht. Which apparently, I don't know if I don't have no idea where this word came from or if the kids made this word up and it just caught on because, you know, the kids nowadays, the way they talk, I have no idea half the time what they're saying. But apparently that means a big behind, basically. Gyat. Gyat. Mm-hmm. So funny. I'm like, well, I guess I'll take it. I don't know. Let me count how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need to get to 14. So 12, 13, and 14. They say that to you too, and it drives you crazy, Mandy. I know, right? Half the time I'm just like, what are you saying? And they're laughing. They think whatever it is hilarious. And I'm just like, I am clueless. I'm absolutely clueless. I don't know what. It's a different language. And they just think we are so uncool. Like, I thought I'd be the cool mom, but apparently I'm really not. I wanted to be the cool mom. I think to a degree I'm the cool mom, but then, like, because I don't know their lingo, and if I use their lingo, it's cringe. So I better not. That's the other thing I've been told. It just doesn't sound right coming from me, I guess. Oh my God. Yes, exactly. Oh, my booty, then, you know, this doesn't really, I could say the other word, but I don't know if it's I don't know if it's one of the words that, you know, isn't liked here on YouTube. Okay, let me look at my pattern here. Because I don't remember. Okay. All right, I am going to do this one. So I need the pattern, but just to kind of refer to here briefly, and then I should be able to, once I get going on the pattern of it, I'll get it going without having to look at it. She'll be nice. I was bleaching my hair last week to make it purple, and I walked downstairs with my bleach blonde hair, and my oldest daughter goes, "Oh, Mom, you scared me half to death." That's awesome. I love that. That she told me that blonde hair doesn't suit me. They're so honest, aren't they, Mandy? Oh my gosh. It's like, no. Oh my goodness. They have such big personalities and such little bodies, don't they? Yeah. What was it? There was, oh man, I can't remember, and I would butcher it if I tried, but there was a little girl and her mom that were shopping at Target yesterday, and the little girl said something. It was so precocious, and even the mom was kind of chuckling, and I was sitting there like chuckling to myself too because it was so cute. Oh, you grabbed your rectangle pieces and started for a new bag? Nice. She's not wrong. No, she's not. Oh, she's not wrong that you don't think it looks good with that you don't look good with blonde hair. I can't say because I haven't seen your blonde hair, but you dyed your hair blondie to match your daughters, and they hated it. Told me to go back to red. Oh my gosh. The only time I ever had dyed it blonde was when I had dyed. My mom used to dye my hair out of the box hair dyes, you know. And so we had dyed it dark brown because she has dark brown hair, but I ended up getting, it used to be called dirty blonde. Now it's getting more red as I get older, but it was always dirty blonde. So it was blonder before. So I wanted it dark. We dyed it out of the box. But as you dye it over and over, you know, it gets darker and darker and darker. So even when the roots grow out and you re-dye the hair, it just ends up getting darker. So eventually it almost got black. It wasn't totally black, but it was very dark. And so I wanted it to kind of go lighter again. So we tried dyeing it blonde first, and then we would dye it back to this color, you know? And so, but what happened was the part that had grown out was like stark white, like totally bleach blonde, and then it went out to orange like a upside down tequila sunrise. It was terrible. I was like, I can't go out like this, Mom. We have to fix it. Oh, your mom dyes her hair blonde, so you can't do blonde. Yeah, you feel like you're copying her, huh? That's so funny. Yeah, you don't want to copy her, but let me see. Okay, I don't need to do any chaining. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I was telling my son, you know, with his having his head shaved now, he's gone from super long hair to his head being shaved to about like a half an inch. And so when he goes back to school in the fall, everybody's going to be shocked, right? Because they're so used to seeing him with this long hair. And I was telling him, when I was in high school, sophomore year, I had long blonde, you know, the dirty blonde hair. And junior year, when I went back to school, I had hacked my hair short. So it was very, very short. And I had dyed it pomegranate red. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, when I came back. So I told him he's going to definitely get some reactions, which is going to be fun. Yeah. You've been a dirty blonde or a blonde your whole life? You tried coloring your hair, Melissa, a few times, but I could never get the color right. You're just going to grow old gracefully now and just let it be. The hair be what it wants to be, right? That's funny. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if yours does this, Amber, but mine would get blonder in the summertime because the sun would actually lighten it even further. So especially on the top, the underside would always be like this color, but the top would just be super streaked with blonde. Like I got it streaked, and it was natural that way. It was very nice. Wicked storm just passed. Gotta go check my chicks. Okay, sounds good, Kim. Be safe, yes. Hi, Josephine. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, I'm going to pop this guy over here so I can still see it, but I want to pull you guys back up. Over here. There we go. Much better. You did a more natural red for a while, but then about 4 or 5 years ago, decided to just start going with bright neon colors like purple, hot pink, and blue. And that's probably makes you feel like you're yourself, right? Because it just seems like that just matches who you are, right? That's just fun, vibrant colors, that kind of thing. Just probably feels more natural to do it that way. Not as much now. I'm outside as much. Oh, you're not outside as much. Yeah. I try not to be outside because obvious reasons. This is what happens. I just crispify. I only went in the sun when I was, as people buy stuff, you kind of reset the table and try to make it look nice again. So I would be out very briefly, and then at the very end when I was pulling stuff in, and that's how I just got totally crisped. But I think my dad was thinking actually things were probably reflecting the sun off of the stuff I was selling, or the table, or the concrete, and that's perhaps what burnt me. Because I was in the garage, so I was in the shade, but yeah, doesn't matter. I think about sun and I burn. So that is just how my skin works. All right, slip stitch in the next. Here we go. Do another petal. Same time I started getting tattoos. Yeah, and then with tattoos, you don't want to be in the sun, or you need to at least be either covering them or definitely sunscreening them, because that can make them fade faster. Me too, Amber. I just can't do the sun. I just don't do well in the sun. Yeah, you still get the vitamins you need in the shade. Yep. I think it was probably the same kind of thing as when you're in a pool. You know how the sun reflects off the water, and it's almost like doubly strong on you. You've never had a sunburn, Dee? How is that possible? Just because you always tan, or you've always tanned when you were younger too? Yeah, no, but my brother and I used to get giant blisters on our shoulders. It was never the applying sunscreen that was the problem. It was the reapplying that we'd forget to do. And if we went with friends to the pool or whatever, then we wouldn't remember to reapply. And, at some point it wears off, especially if you're in a pool. So, and you don't feel that you're burning when you're burning. It's not until you've come out of the sun that you realize that you're still like on fire, Yeah, your husband, he's Vietnamese, so he's naturally tan. Yep. Makes fun of how pale you are. I know. My kids lucked out. They got Sean skin. So his mom is 100% Polish, and his dad is a mutt, but from like Englandy, kind of areas and stuff. So he can tan pretty well. He will burn a little, but then it just turns to a tan. Whereas I burn, I peel, and then I'm white again. Then we just rinse and repeat. But my kids got Sean's skin, so they can tan, and especially Lizzie, she gets quite tan actually in the summertime. Oh, Native American. Well, so am I, but only about like a 16th or a 32nd. It's not enough to give me some color. Yeah, don't even try to get tan. No. Oh, the chicks are good. Awesome. I love those little ones that you were showing off. When was that? Was that yesterday? That was yesterday you were alive, yeah. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I feel like I missed one. I did miss one. Yes, I did. I missed a double crochet. That's what I missed. I'm like, this petal looks smaller than the other ones because they have 5 petals, so Need to make sure I have 5 petals. Melting pot of ethnicities. I think more from the German than anything. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of different things too, but ours is more like Irish Scottish. That's why I'm so fair and I have blue eyes, you know. So my parents actually both have green eyes, and my brother and I both ended up with blue eyes. It is a recessive gene, but we both lucked out with the blue eyes. So, and for our kids, James has like hazel brown, you know, like a very light brown in his eyes, and then Lizzie has blue like I have. So, never know what you're gonna get. All right. So don't forget to put drop in there if you guys haven't, or if you want to drop your channel links, just in case there's new people here and you don't have each other picked up yet. You can subscribe and find each other on YouTube. I'm on the last petal. Woohoo! So I think after this, I am going to continue to work on the Mr. Frog tutorial. Now that I've got the arm done, I can do the next step, which is going to be to start on the next leg. I got one leg done already. So I'll do the other leg on camera, and then it's no-sew, so we build it up, right? And so I will join to the other leg, and then we'll start building the body, and then we'll have the arms done. So it's one of those. I'm trying to save myself time by getting those couple things done ahead of time. So your husband has blue eyes and gave them to the kids. Oh, they all got blue eyes. That's amazing. Middle kid, though, eyes have changed a little closer to mine now, which are a greenish color. Oh, pretty. No worries, Mama Winch. How's it going? Good to see you. Are you in better spirits? I know you said you were grouchy earlier, but you were trying to do. I don't think we had any trolls for you to whack in Amber's live this morning. It's because we're not doing the phone, the portrait ones. Those are where you really get the trolls coming in. Kids don't really look like me much at all. Aw. Yeah, I had a friend who, she's fair as I am, and her husband was African American, and between them, they had 3 kids. The eldest daughter was darker tone, but not too dark, right? So they get little lightening of the skin. The middle daughter, very fair. So I know there's an actress who has the same cross, you know, where there's the pale pale one parent and then a darker skinned the other parent, and then you ended up with a fair child. It's just interesting. I just find it fascinating. I love how our genes mix and how we can, you know, how our kids come out and stuff. I've always been fascinated by that. Oh, there you go, Lana. You've got a couple more people to follow. You still got the grouchies, Marianne? Aw. And hi, Annette. Welcome in. Glad you joined us, and thank you for subscribing. Vertical live just for the trolls. Yes, so Mama can whack them. Yeah. Yep. I think that's a good idea, Amber. We'll have to do like a pop-up or something, you know? Because I know most of us prefer the full screen version. Unless you're on a phone, then it's maybe not as nice. But yeah, most of us prefer this. And then we do a random pop-up, and we'll do the portrait mode, and then we'll get some trolls in here for you, Mama Wench. Get your mallet at the ready. Yes, if you guys can type the word drop. So Arlena, you were missing. Who are you missing? Arlena and Josephine. If you guys want to let others pick your channels up, then just write the word drop in the chat, and Nightbot will put your channel link. And then we can all share the YouTube yarny community love, right? Throw yarn in your window. But yeah, so I got to work on the tutorial, and then I've just been itching to do some more sewing. So I might start that little frog that I showed you guys. I think that'll be cute. That's okay, Arlena. Not all of us, not everybody does have much, but you can already start to build a little following here so that you're part of that central community. And if you do post things, everybody will find them that way. So Krispy Kreme commercial just popped up side by side. So I saw you at the commercial. That's the only way I'd be able to eat that donut. So I get to eat the virtual digital donut, and then I don't have to worry about any weight. My son loves Krispy Kreme, and so he likes to go at least, I mean, he would probably go every week, but we try to calm that down to maybe once a month or something so he can, scratch the itch of those donuts that he loves. But yeah, he just finished the last one this morning. I like them, but they're so sweet. Like they dip them in sugar almost, right? They dip them in like that glaze before they do other stuff, adding the frosting on the top. It's like a lot. It's very, very sweet. Okay, and then I do a slip stitch. So there's the first 2 rounds. So we've got the petals started. Now I need to do the 3rd round, which gives you the kind of like Sacher blossoms have this kind of little inlet part of the petals. So you don't even have one by you anymore. Aw. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you guys what the word of the day is, and that way you can start typing it in. So we'll do some of the drawings so that I can get some names down. These will be the start of the monthly appreciation giveaway. So the word of the day today is blossom. So if you type in the word blossom, and if Nightbot works properly, so please cross your fingers that it's going to work, but type in the word blossom. And that way we can see who ends up getting some entries in. So this will be for the end of the month giveaway that I shared earlier in the live. They closed all of them in Minnesota. Closest one is in Iowa. Wow. And let's see. Amber said, we stopped going to Krispy Kreme, one, because we have a gluten-free sensitive kid, and second, we found a place called Square Donuts, and yes, they are square and they offer round gluten-free donuts. That's a good way to tell though which ones are gluten-free, right? Because they made all the other ones square, the round ones are only gluten-free ones. So I like that. So I'm just double checking that yes, these are starting to come in. Perfect. So far so good. I will have to film this at some point. One of these days I'm going to actually film this because I've done a tutorial to show you guys how to install Nightbot on your channels, but one of the things I wanted to do was how to do a giveaway with Nightbot. So we're going to see if this works out okay. But so far so good. I've got 12 entries, 13 entries. The only thing that I wish it did that the other one, what is it, the other one that most people do where they share the screen? Like I can share the screen, but all you can really see is people's names with check marks next to them. It's not the same as, what is the other one, you guys? What's the other one called that people do? Hi, Andy. Hi, Barbara. Who's it go? No, it's not for members only. It's for everybody. This is how, whether you're a member or not, you're still going to get entries in. So what I'll do is I'm going to draw 5 names. The first 4 names that I draw will get 2 entries in. The 5th name is going to get 10 entries in. So this is just another way that you guys can get your name in the hat for the monthly appreciation. I'll keep track of all the names. Likewise, any super chats, super stickers, gifted memberships, or if you become a member, the different membership levels get different amounts of entries, but everybody that is a member will get entered in as well. So it's just how many chances you can get in the hat, right? So we have 13 entries is showing so far, 21 people watching. So if you are interested to get your name in the hat, please put in the word blossom. Cindy put in the word blossom. Hello, hello. How are you, Cindy? Welcome in. He's behaving for everyone now because Mama had a word with him. Yeah, with her what was it, 5-foot broadsword. She's gonna whack him with it because he was being naughty. He wasn't being very good in one of the lives that we were all in. Right? He wasn't dropping. Was it Rebecca's? It was Rebecca's channel. I think she just kept putting drop or bees. I think it was in Amber's live or something. But yeah, she was putting the word in and he just wasn't listening. It was so funny. You got 14. Yes, I see 14 entries. Okay, so let me do, I'm going to try this. Okay, let's try this. So this is the first time I've tried the Nightbot giveaway. Actually, it's not. I've done it before, but it's been so long. I have no idea what to expect anymore because I can't remember. So I can show you my screen, or I think it will actually tell you in the chat. Like it'll say, oh, congrats to so-and-so, you've won, you know. So what you're going to win is entries into the monthly appreciation, okay? He had his hands over his ears when certain people tried to drop their channels, right? All right, so last chance to put in the word blossom. Otherwise, I'm going to start drawing the names. Yeah, I think you're right, Amber. He was just like, no. I've had that happen in lives too, where I'm like, drop or whatever, bees, you know, whatever the keyword is, and just doesn't happen. I think there is some sort of a cool down period with him, though. Sometimes he just doesn't want to. He doesn't feel like doing his one and only job, you know? Oh, my goodness. Okay, it's this one. All right, so I think I'm going to start drawing names. Okay, so I'm going to choose a winner, and we're going to see if it comes into the chat with you so you guys can actually see it. If it doesn't, I will share my screen, then you can see the name that way. I just think it doesn't look as cool as it looks on the other giveaway tool that other people use. So he's throwing a digital toddler tantrum. Yes, he was. He was like, no, I'm not doing it. Winsome put in the word blossom. I'm drawing for entries into the monthly appreciation giveaway. And so don't forget to put in that word. So far, we've got 15 entries. I want to make sure everybody that is here has put in that word. That is the word of the day, blossom. Because I'm working on a cherry blossom, that's why. You pay Nightbot and Chocolate and gave them a surname Mansert. Oh, that's amazing. Drop a little love. Oh, it's okay, Winsome. No worries. Yes, you just have to put in the word blossom. I've got 17 entries, so let's make sure. Yep, your name is in there. Perfect. All right, I am going to go ahead and draw the first name. So again, this is for 2 entries into the monthly appreciation giveaway. I will draw the prize on the 31st of July, which is the Thursday. All right, so let's choose a winner and let's see what happens. Winsome. Yes, it does show you. Sweet. So Winsome, you just got 2 entries in. Okay. Good job. All right, we are going to re-roll for another winner. So again, Emily, if you want, I haven't yet done this, but if you want, I think you can probably do it now. Put the word blossom in to the chat. This is for our monthly appreciation giveaway. I'm putting you guys down for entries in to win. So Winsome, you just won 2 entries in. And I am going to re-roll for another winner. Wait, I'm going to try something. Let me just... Okay, so I'm not going to re-roll. I'm just going to choose a winner. So if anybody else wants to put in blossom, if you just come in, that's the word. I'm getting entries into the monthly appreciation. I now have 19 entries right now. So if anybody else, I will count down 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi, Sonia. 1. All right, let's draw another winner. And Chance and Cindy. Good job, good job. All right, so you've got 2 entries in. All right, so we're gonna do it again, and let's see what we get. Here we go. Mandy! It's so fast. Oh yeah, and it already showed. See, we're learning, we're learning. Yay, Nightbot's like, congratulations. So Mandy got 2 entries in. Good job, good job. We're at 19 entries still, holding. Okay, so we're gonna choose again. This is again for 2 entries in. Melissa G is in the house and she's got 2 entries. All right, and this last one is gonna be for 10 entries in. Okay, so this is the grand prize for the night. So we are gonna do 10 entries in. So let me get back. All right, here we go. Mandy. Mandy got that one too. Good job, Mandy. Oh, Mandy. You thought you were lagging. Nope, you weren't. You were doing it. You were doing good. So we'll do this each time. So, you know, you have opportunities. I do this twice a week, right? So I go on live twice a week. So every time I do a live, we'll pick more chances to win. You know, we'll do another word of the day. No, it's actually for a, I had showed it earlier. If you guys want me to go through again, I can, but it is for a bag of goodies that I have put together that includes a bee notebook and some yarn, and we've got a really cute kit to make this cute little amigurumi, or you can use the yarn for other stuff, but it is sheep cheese katona. So yes, so lots of little fun things, and it all comes in this cute little Joann's bag. And so I will officially draw the winner's name on the 31st of the month, and we will see who wins. So yes, something I'm trying. We'll see if everybody enjoys doing. I mean, who doesn't love a good giveaway, right? I like them. I think they're fun. So yeah, Winsome, I still really want to make, I love your, I mean, I've said it before, but I love it. Winsome has made this floppy cat. It's my floppy cat pattern, but she made it in thread yarn. So it's so tiny. It's like this big. It's so tiny. I want to make one. Hi, Shade. How's it going? Happy Canada Day. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, let me look at my pattern again so I don't miss out on what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. So it's a half double. And, okay, yep. No, yes. Yeah, if you look back and watch the replay, then, you know, you'll see all the little bits and things that are in there. I'm doing well. I am doing very well. I did my shopping earlier today, and so I'm already done with that. So I'm just going to be hanging out, working on a tutorial for Mr. Frog, maybe doing some sewing if I get a chance. This one. I'm on the last round of this cherry blossom. Yes, no, maybe. Did I miss a question? Okay, let's see here. I will finish this round, and then I will probably sign off just so that I can keep working on that tutorial for you guys, because I want to make sure I can get that done. And I have to do, because I'll have to do the editing, which means that, you know, I don't know if it'll come out this week, but it'll certainly come out by next week. It just depends on how long it takes me to film, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. tons of fun. And needle pokes. Yeah, I have so much thread yarn. I mean, I would love to see mine too, so I have to just sit and make some. But I just think it came out so cute, and I love the little face you did on yours. So, okay, this is the one. Hang on, let me just make sure I didn't forget to do something. Okay, chain two, half double crochet in the same slip stitch, chain two, half double crochet. Oh, did I forget the chain two on this last one? Did I? Chain two, half double. I did. That's why it's not quite. I forgot to do a chain two because it was pulling it quite a bit. So that's why it's doing that. Yes, no, yes. For the pattern you are working on. Oh, yeah. Well, I thought I had it right. Then I didn't have it right. So then I figured it out. So that's where that was going. You know how my brain works, Amber. You know. All right. I keep, like, I've sat there and I've kind of gone back to the Pinterest pins that I've done on wearables, like crochet wearables, and I keep trying to figure out which one I want to do next. But I am very indecisive because I like so many of them. And then I have to figure out what yarn I'm going to use. And then there's too many choices. And so then I get analysis paralysis. And I'm like, I'm just going to go back to what I've been working on because I can't decide. But I do want to do some sort of tank top, I think, is what I want to make next. Oh, nice. So that was for a friend that likes frogs or loves frogs. Aw. Are you making the frog and giving it to your friend, or are you giving her the pattern so that does she crochet? That's exciting either way, but you know, just wondering if she's a crocheter. Good times, good times. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I'm doing it again, Amber. Chain two. I'm keeping the pattern in my head. Chain two. Yeah, frogs are fun. I actually have quite a few. I have a bunch of patterns that I did on some geeky related things that I have on my other shop. And then I have still a bunch in my shop now that will probably end up at some point becoming a tutorial. She also crochets. So you got the pattern for her. Oh, gotcha. I hope she enjoyed getting that. Yes, I remember that. That was a really cute bag. That was that Sandy, your friend? I think you said it was Sandy that made that bag, that froggy bag. That was very cute. I know, right? It's so funny. It's like the bigger decisions I can make fine. It's more of the things that don't really matter as much, but yet you can't. There's smaller decisions, right? Which color should I do? Is this the right size? I just can't tell. You know, those are the kind that it's like, darn it, need a second opinion. Oh my gosh. So I totally get that. I get indecisive sometimes too. You know, and it's not like things are going to really change too much one way or another, but it's just for yourself. You feel like, oh, what's going to happen? I'm going to make the wrong choice, then I'm going to be upset about it. I don't know. It doesn't, like, we got to empower ourselves to make the decision, because I get that way too sometimes. I'm like, you know what? They don't, whoever you're asking, I mean, when you're asking us, like, we may have an opinion or not, but like, whoever I'm asking, they probably don't know either way. They're just going to pick something just so I'm not questioning it anymore, you know? Yeah. So you can kind of see the round that I'm doing now, it's giving that little inlet shape to the petals instead of just being round. So, you know, there's different ways you can make these, but I think in real life, they have that little kind of definition right there in the leaf. That's why Shai had put that in there. So it's just kind of a cute little extra bit that she added to it. My driving instructor wants to take me on the road already. I've only driven twice. Oh my gosh. That's an exciting time though, Winsome. So good luck with all of that and be safe and all. And make sure you're always check and double check and triple check, okay? I still remember going out with the instructor to drive and how like terrified I felt going on the freeway and, you know, getting up to like 65 miles an hour, staying in the right lane because you're like, I don't want to have to change lanes. You remember that? Oh my gosh. But it's just that initial, because it feels different when you're the one driving than it does as a passenger, right? Because you are pushing on the pedal that's making the car go. So it just feels different. So it makes you feel like it's faster, but you'll get used to it. And as soon as you get up to speed, you're pretty much used to it already. So, you know, don't worry about it. Take y'all with me to the post office. Get these packages out before the pickup today. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, get them out. I'm almost done. I'll be hopping off here probably in another, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. So this will be the 10-minute warning. I'm just trying. I have 2 more petals to do this little pattern on, and then I will have finished a blossom. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome in. I won't be on for too much longer, but we did have a fun, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So I'm just finishing up my blossom, and then I will be heading off to hopefully finish the frog tutorial, the Mr. Frog tutorial that I've got going on in the background. Are you working, Kimberly, or are you done for the day? Did I do half doubles or did I do doubles? Gosh, I hope I did half doubles. Right? Oh my gosh. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Winsome, it didn't make me feel better to see this, but when I had taken the written test at the DMV, there was somebody that I think like he got up to where you're supposed to put your right thumbprint, you know, it like scans your thumbprint or whatever. So the guy says, "Oh, can you put your right thumb on the on this button or whatever?" And the guy's like, "Which one's my right?" And he totally forgot like which hand it was. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's scary. Don't go on the road." She climbed out of the pool. Oh, you were in the pool today. Nice. I hope you didn't get burnt. I hope you, oh, and if you tan, perfect. That's even better, but I know, right, Amber? Yeah. That's quite a bit. Okay, now I got a chain 2 and a slip stitch to do, and then this one is done. Yay, there we go. So let me cut this away. I started making another yip yip. I don't have the eyes on him yet though, but I'm making it, I'm trying different things out on them before I make them into an earring tutorial, but I can show you. So I made the eyeball. I just haven't actually put it on, and I didn't put the black part on there yet, but so this is another one that I've been working on. And it's this real, I have no idea what this yarn is because it's a scrap yarn, but isn't it pretty? It's all the jeweled tones. Oh, you don't burn, you just tan, you lucky duck. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I love this yarn. And I loved the fact that the other one that I did, these ones, I actually have them hanging up right next to me. But these ones, how it had like the solid color up here and then the little tentacle-y bits are all different. So I thought, oh, let's just use this one. And it's pretty much done the same. So you can see a little variegation in the head, but you mostly see it in the little tentacly bits. So, but yeah, I'm trying to make this, I'm testing out different things to make it as easy as I can. And that way it's accessible for anybody. I know. I wish I could tell you what it was. It's probably, I've had this for ages. So it's probably Red Heart Super Saver, because when I started crocheting, that's what I always used. So I bet you it's a Red Heart. You should check out their line and see if they have this variegated tone still. Yeah, I finished the, well, so I made these. These are the first ones I made. These are with thread. But not everybody can make stuff with thread. I haven't made them into the actual earrings yet, but so I was like, well, how could I make this an easier pattern? And let's use a bigger hook. Let's use a thicker yarn. So the second trial was these little guys. And I put some little gemmy bits up here. I put star because they are aliens. So yes. And they came out really cute, but I was like, can I make it even easier? So I'm testing myself, and then, we can always have multiple types that you can make if you want, depending on which hook size you're comfortable with and all of that. Hi, Mara. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm like 99% positive that it's Red Heart Super Saver, because that's all I used in the beginning, because I didn't know about Big Twister, and I don't even know if Big Twist was around when I started crocheting. How old is that brand? I don't know. I know, I love the colors too. You know who'd love them too is Margaret. These are like her colors as well. But yeah, I'm excited with how they're turning out. So it'll be fun. All right, cut that. Here we go. So there is the finished Sakura Blossom. So I'm going to be making, hi Karen. I'm going to be making, you need to make 6 to make the bag. And then the other square she has is a gingham square. So it's like that checkered kind of look. And also really cute. So she kind of alternates the blossom gingham kind of thing. But the other thing that she does is she has you take 2 of the blossoms, and these will have a vibrant pink, like the little marks that come out like little straight stitches, and then they'll have seed beads as well, because this is the other one that she did. I've linked all these tutorials below, you guys, because I was planning to show these. So these ones also have seed beads. The strawberries do. So it's like that, but it's the Sakura little, what do you call those things? The little stuff that has the pollen on there. Stamen? I don't know. Who knows? All right, you too, Winsome. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, anyway, so she does 2, and then she stitches them together, and she makes a little bag charm that hangs off of it, and it's super cute. So I'm going to make enough to do the bag. So that's what, 6? I think it was 6. So I'll need to make 8 total. So I think at this point I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to make 3 more, if I'm doing maths right. But anyways, all right, the bed is calling you. Hi, Ronnie. Welcome in. I'm sorry, I'm actually heading out, but please try to watch the replay if you want, and because we've had a fun little hour and 18 minutes or so. But I'm going to be working on doing the tutorial for you guys for Mr. Frog. So that's my next to-do task. But I'll be back on Thursday. So Thursday, 11 a.m. I already have it scheduled. So if you guys want to go and hit that notification bell, then hopefully YouTube will let you know when I come back on again. Oh my gosh. You're making flowers for a rose bouquet, Ronnie? Oh, that sounds so pretty. Are they all going to be red, or are you doing different color roses? That sounds lovely. I like it when, I like making flowers. I mean, I have the happy sunflower, but I know like Vima on her channel, she always is teaching how to make different flowers and stuff, and they always come out really pretty. So, But anyways, love you guys. Thank you for coming in again and hanging out and spending your time with me as I worked on some crocheting. Again, we are going to start doing this monthly appreciation giveaway thing. So let's keep that rolling. So Thursday, I'll be drawing some more names. Hi, Callie. You just got home from work? I'm just signing off, hun. Oh my goodness. Catch the replay and comment. Don't forget, comment on the replay, you guys, because it really does help. All of your chats and comments and the thumbs. Don't forget the thumbs on the way out too. All those things help channels like mine a lot. So I appreciate you all. I know. I'm sorry, Kelly. I'm working on a tutorial. I'm like right in the midst of it too. Mr. Frog is coming out soon, so you'll thank me later. All right, you guys. I'll see you Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Goodbye. I can't find the button. Okay, now. Bye.